Today we're going to talk about steering couplers. So about steering couplers. And I often never see a part, I mean, this causes me so much frustration, a part that is incorrectly replaced like the steering coupler is. So anyway, these steering couplers that go bad are not on every Mercedes. They are on the W110, 111, 112, 113, 230, and 250 SLs, but not 280 SLs. They are on the W108, all of them, the W116 and 109, all of them, and the R107, where it is the most numerously installed part. The newest steering coupler boils down into two versions, which is the version with a spline in each end, which is an absolute nightmare to install, which is the version used in the W111, 110, 112, and I think it may also have been used on early 113s. Somebody's dying out there. I think he inhaled diesel exhaust. And then the later version, which is a 115 number, which is also used in the 115 and 114. Now, I had a lot of requests. I did a video on these already, but I had some requests for clarification on some things, and so that's why we're going back to talk about steering coupler failure mode. Now, the most obvious known failure of a steering coupler is when you have dead play in the center of the wheel and you hear a knock when you go left and right. Clung, 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 clung. Now this will translate into a serious dead spot in the middle of the wheel. So the wheel will just go clung, 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 clung. No, it's not a steering box or tie rods or any of that. It's ahead of the box. It's the coupler. But partial failure mode can also lead to this looseness. And so as you can see, I am able to move this coupler, the end part, the spline that goes into the box, because it's going bad too. Why is it going bad? Because it is one bad bushing. This bushing is still okay, but it is one bad bushing. Now, repeating my last video, what's the mistake everybody makes? Well, they do not center the box. Now, why do we center the box? Well, so that you don't have a wheel that's on upside down when you're going straight down the road. But we need to go over the procedure for this again, because I've had some requests for reiterating this procedure. So step one, lock the wheel so you can get to your two 6mm Allen bolts. This is in a 107. You get to them from the top. Almost every other car, it's kind of, your decision, but the bolts are going to be pointing towards the center of the car. Two 6mm Allens. You're going to undo these. Then you can go to the steering box, and on the steering box, now pay attention to what I'm saying, okay, because this is very important. There's going to be a 12mm bolt, a bolt with a 12mm head and an 8 by 1mm thread. You're going to remove that bolt, and if your steering box is perfectly centered or nearly perfectly centered, that's where you screw the centering pin. The centering pin is an 8 by 1mm bolt. It needs to be about 3 inches long and fully threaded. And it's got a little point on it that corresponds to the point in the box. And once the point on the pin and the point in the box line up, then you cannot turn the box anymore. So that's how you know that you have reached dead center. Then you lock the wheel using the steering lock. Even if it does this, or this, or this, or this, or this, the steering lock is the judge of what straight is, not the position of the wheel. Do you guys hear me? The steering lock determines what straight is. So then you slide the box out. Yes, this is a lot harder than it sounds. Slide your new coupler on. Or if you are the kind of person who likes to reuse things and you have an older 107 or 108 or 109 or whatever, you can actually put new bushings in your coupler, which is a much cheaper way to go, because one of these babies is $204 from Mercedes. If you have a really early car and it has its original coupler, a set of bushings, $11. That's some savings. So doesn't work on every car, but people often ask me, what about cheaper aftermarket Mercedes steering couplers like Euro parts? And I go to them, how often do you like changing parts in your Mercedes? This is an older coupler. I think it's an aftermarket. It may have been a Limford or a Meili, but it came out of a 300. Was this it? No, wait, this isn't the one I wanted to use. Came out of a 300 SEL 6.3, and while it didn't have any play, you can see that the bushing right here is starting to granulate. And yes, you can see this by inspecting the car. So this thing probably had a few years left, probably. But when you see the bushing starting to granulate, you know it's going bad. Now it depends on the car. If you have a 116, it's really easy to change the coupler. If you have a 108 or a 109 with a V8 engine, it's not so easy to change the coupler. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to change the steering coupler very often on like a 300 SEL 6.3 or a 280 SE 4.5. Or on a 107, they're not easy either. I mean, if everything's going good and we're feeling good, it's like 2 hours. But there's a reason I only install Mercedes couplers, because I don't want my customers to have to pay for the same job over and over and over and over again, like every 5 years or so. That's just ludicrous. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed revisiting steering couplers. And if you get one that, if you've had a shop do one for you, or you think it's been done wrong by another shop, there are 2 quick tests you can do to know if your steering box is off center. The first test is, where does the steering wheel lock? The steering wheel should lock horizontal right in front of you. In other words, the steering wheel should be locked with the star like this, the bars like this. It should be upside down. It shouldn't be with like the formation in the middle of the wheel to the side, or at 12, you know, at 12:45, or, you know, 9:30 and 3:30 or whatever. It just shouldn't be that way. Another question you can ask yourself is, do my turn signals cancel in the right position? We had one customer where they had cleverly aligned the car to make it work, but the turn signals did not cancel when you'd go put them on and turn left or right. It just didn't work. And so that was that. There are some other tests too. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on steering couplers. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tap the bell for notifications. And when you get your coupler replaced, please use a high quality part, and please use a shop that knows what they're doing so that you don't end up wasting your time and money. See you guys later on with another video about how Mercedes work.